Look, straight face, chilling, no tears, right? And then out of nowhere.
I just felt like my heart was beating really.
Figure that I'm on my own. There's no sense for me to quit. What you saying? We don't know. I'm just trying to reach my goals. Heard you snitching, saying that so you can't hang with me no more.
What's up, guys? Chris Baxter and I'm back with another amazing video, man. Now today we got a teen killer tries to manipulate cops. This is by Dr. Insanity. It was posted 10 days ago and it already has 96,000 views. The original video link will be in the description. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started.
But it's usually. I would never do that. I would never like a blob, but like a figure. It was like in my head though, and it wasn't real.
This is an act. The woman you're looking at has just stabbed her ex-boyfriend 19 times and is now trying to manipulate the police to avoid jail time. She's been caught standing over her ex-boyfriend's body with a bloody pair of scissors in her hand.
Where did you get the scissors from? Do you remember?
It was right next to him on the
sofa?
Yeah.
She's trying to convince the police that she's insane, but little to her knowledge, her ex actually survived the attack and is ready to tell police everything they need to put her in jail for life.
This is gonna be a good one, y'all.
Yep, ambulance is downstairs.
On the morning of February 18th, 2023, 22-year-old Morgan Taylor Lunge grabbed a pair of scissors and plunged them repeatedly into her ex-boyfriend's back, shoulders, chest, face, and hands.
Really?
It sounds like a scene straight from a nightmare, but the cops will soon discover that that isn't even the worst part. As her ex-boyfriend lies on the verge of death, officers try to make sense of this horrific scene, all while Morgan tries to throw them off the scent by lying and manipulating them.
That man can't hear.
Right, is it just the three of you? Okay.
Help me, please. Please help.
Yep, ambulance is downstairs.
Then why aren't the cops being more urgent to help this man? They just letting him lay there?
Everything's calm with the
Oh, I'm getting late.
Everything's calm. There's literally somebody dying on the floor. What do you mean?
Will you come?
Where's my brother?
Get
He's
him!
downstairs.
What?
Can you tell him to call my dad, please?
Have you
What are
got
we?
shoes or something you can?
No, they're downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, please.
Why is he not helping him?
Who are you saying stop to?
Morgan lives here with her baby and ex-boyfriend who was preparing to move.
Man, nah, I'm mad because the cop isn't, like, caring about this man laying on the floor dying. This man is literally begging and pleading for help, and he's not even saying anything to him. Like, what? Now, if the roles were reversed and there was a man and there was a girl laying on the ground talking about some help, help, I bet you he would have sprung into action. He wouldn't even be thinking about the dude.
Sometime after 6 a.m., Morgan woke and took their daughter to her playpen in the living room where her ex-boyfriend sleeps.
No.
Do you remember coming out here?
We're
He
going out here
sleeps
again.
in the plate.
Okay. 6 a.m.
I got her out at 6.
And then you went back to bed. Is that right?
Yeah, I went back to bed. I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know why.
Okay.
And then I finally fell asleep.
And you what?
I finally fell asleep and I was seeing all these weird things. Oh, no,
Weird
blood
things.
all over me. Yeah.
But you don't remember coming back out, but you do remember seeing something.
It was like in my head though, and it wasn't real.
Things are allegedly hazy for Morgan, and she claims she only has a vague recollection of watching her ex get up from the couch and scream at their daughter, leading to...
I don't think crazy people, like actual crazy, insane people, I don't think they're self-aware of the fact that they're crazy. That's what makes them crazy. Is the fact that they think that they're sane. You feel me? Like, and everybody else is crazy.
Terrifying scene that police are faced with now. If this seems unbelievable, it only gets worse as the cops question her further. But that's because she's trying to claim insanity as a gambit to avoid jail entirely.
And that's when I was like, what is going on?
Was that a clip of
I
her?
didn't know what was happening.
Can you describe for me what you saw?
I was like,
Come on, man, form a sentence, please. You gotta tell us something.
Then I was like, is he attacking the thing that I saw? I don't know. I was all confused. Like I I thought I saw something that wasn't happening.
But it gets even stranger when she claims a dark figure appeared and started attacking her ex. She claims she was so scared she tried to kill it, but was actually stabbing her ex-boyfriend without realizing. Morgan's not making any sense. But thankfully, there's someone else staying with them. Morgan's brother, Ethan, and he heard the whole thing go down.
What's going on, man?
I'm freaking out.
Okay, is that your sister?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
I'm just sleeping.
You were sleeping, okay.
Sleeping, and I just hear screaming. I thought they were just fighting like normal. And it starts getting loud. What the hell?
Was he screaming back at her?
It was kind of like a, get off me, help. They're on top of each other.
What do you mean on, so they both were on top of each other?
He was like on top of her trying to take the knife out of her hand or something. I don't know.
Okay, so, okay, how was she positioned? When you say when he was on top of her, was he like straddling her?
Yeah, he like had her wrist down.
And then holding her wrist, like straddling her, like that? Okay. Was he bleeding already at that time?
Yeah.
Where was he bleeding? Where'd you see?
His arm and stuff, and then I seen the couch.
Was she saying anything at this time?
She's just freaking out. I don't know. She's saying she doesn't know what happened. That she was seeing stuff, having a dream or something, and then realized it was real.
Okay. Does she suffer from mental health?
I think since she's had a kid, because they...
That's their kid?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think since she had a kid?
Yeah.
Hi.
So a couple of things, right? One, he said that when he woke up and he heard them two in there scuffling, he was like, oh, they're just over here yelling like normal, having another fight. And let me tell y'all something, bro. In a relationship, getting loud, screaming at each other, yelling at each other, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to hear what the other person's trying to say, arguing, saying hurtful stuff, that's not normal for a relationship. and it leads to other hurtful things. So it's best that you find somebody that you can have a regular conversation with. It's best you find somebody that got their head screwed on right, cause you don't want to go down that toxic road, cause it's nothing beneficial for you. It's thrilling. It can get your adrenaline pumping, that's for sure. But you're losing at what cost? You're losing your peace. You're probably gonna lose some sanity. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be stressed out all the time. You know what I'm saying? You in a relationship, the person that you're in your relationship with is supposed to be the person that you can come to when, you know, after a long day, you come to this person to be able to calm down with and relax and, chill out vibe. But I'm getting with you and we arguing. I'm getting with you and you got an attitude for nothing. No. No, that's over with.
Even her own brother seemed skeptical about her story, and from what he describes, it sounds like Morgan was attacking her ex-boyfriend without provocation, and if she's been seeing strange visions as she claims, then it's news to Ethan. The cops need answers, and the only person who can give them what they need right now is their main and only suspect, Morgan.
Do you take any other medication right now?
No.
Okay.
Man,
Had you been drinking
they
at all
get
last
my
night?
boy from off the ground, man. Like, we over here talking to her.
Okay. And you would not be in any trouble for it at all, but have you used any kind of recreational drugs?
No.
Not even like simple things like weed or anything like that?
No.
No?
Only vape, that's all I do.
Okay.
Man, that
No,
vape ain't
no,
cool, bro. No, what?
Listen, I just told people about it.
How long
Shut up.
have you had those
Like a
experiences?
year, or like a half of a year, I don't know.
Half of a year?
Like this past year it started happening, I don't know.
You're 21?
Yeah.
Whenever you see things
I
like
need
that,
my dad to come.
okay.
What is
my
the
God,
dad
oh my
supposed
God.
to do? I hate these
So
people when
whenever
they
you
say
see these things, how do you feel?
I just felt like my
Bro,
like
she
my
literally just broke character for 2 seconds. Look at this, look at this.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So whenever you
She's
see
freaking
these
out.
things,
Right here.
how do you
broke character for 2 seconds, and then look, straight face, chilling, no tears, right? And then out of nowhere,
I just felt like my heart was beating really fast. I was really scared, and I feel like completely somebody else.
You feel like somebody else?
Like it's not even me. I wouldn't do that.
her acting is terrible. If you gonna do this, you gotta have it prepared, bro. You gotta practice. Take acting classes. There's some people that can play this role well.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Do that.
It's common for new mothers to go through a bout of postnatal depression, and symptoms can include mood swings, feeling overwhelmed, worthless, and having a general lack of energy. But it's unlikely Morgan would have experienced hallucinations. That would be down to a much more serious condition, known as postnatal psychosis. And from what she's about to say, it sounds like this could be a perfect example of it.
Do you usually see the same thing?
So she's actually like psychotic.
I feel like it's not even me.
If you had to physically describe what you were seeing, like big or small, black or white, gray, blue, whatever.
It was like a blob.
Like a blob.
Like a black blob. Like a blob, but like a figure.
Okay. So you see a dark figure, but it doesn't look like a person. Am I understanding that right? It's just sort of the shape.
And I could hear him. And then I came out and I saw something like over him. So I don't know like what was like real and what's not real.
Okay.
I don't know if I was dreaming. No,
But it's
no,
usually
I would never do that. I would never
right.
do that. Yeah.
But it's usually that same sort of dark figure that you see.
Yeah, but it's something in my head. It's not like I don't know how to explain it.
Where did you get the scissors from? Do you remember?
It was right next to him on the
sofa?
And we didn't like go looking at her like it was
So-
right there. 'Cause
When I came in, he was sitting over here. Is that where he was sitting when you came out?
But there's a problem. Postnatal psychosis can affect anyone who recently became a mother. It usually happens within days of giving birth, and in edge cases, it can happen up to 6 weeks after. But almost a year after giving birth? That's almost unheard of, and definitely would have been noticed by those around her. With her ex-boyfriend still incapacitated, expected to die, and obviously unable to talk, no one can be sure if she's telling the truth.
Did you call 911?
I was trying to, and then I couldn't get the phone unlocked, and he can call work at
You couldn't get the phone
the
unlocked?
mental health institute. And I feel like ever since I started working there, like because I talk to the patients a lot, and I feel like it's just like getting in my head. And I've talked to people.
She planned this out. You mean to tell me she got the job at the Mental Health Institute just so that she can do this and say, oh, I feel like ever since I started working here and I've been talking to the patients, it's just been getting in my head. Yo, she think life is a movie. That's what she thinks. Like some people, their brains didn't get past 14 years old, 15 years old, 13 years old. So we got a lot of grown adults out here with the imagination and the mind of a preteen, of an adolescent, of a toddler. So that's why some of these adults, when they get in trouble, they immediately resort to acting like kids. They immediately resort to talking. I feel like I'm listening to a 2-year-old explain why he just broke a vase. Oh, my imaginary friend told me to do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Woman up, bro. Woman up. Woman up. It was woman enough to have a baby. It was woman enough to be in your own spot with a man. It was woman enough to stab the man. Be woman enough to own up to it. You feel me? Doesn't make any sense. How we get in this situation and then all of a sudden we turn into little kids. Like, just, this don't make no sense to me.
work about it without like saying anything. Like I've been, like, do people ever get affected by this? And like, have you ever seen anybody that works here be affected by it? And they, like, all of them have said that, yeah, like they've seen people be affected by it.
Oh
I don't know,
my god.
and I just feel like something just changed in me since then. Is Dad coming, Ethan?
The story isn't making any sense, so all the officers can do is head to the station and try to get to the bottom of how this girl seemingly lost control completely and resorted to murder.
I'm going to acknowledge that this process is super uncomfortable, and it may feel at times that you're being treated like you're like a piece of evidence or something, but the reality is no one here is judging you or thinks you're a bad person. It's just the nature of things that we have to collect all the information that we can. So
Thank you.
we are going to have to take the sweatshirt though, because it has blood on it and it was on you at that time.
Clothing is often one of the most crucial parts of any police investigation, and can not only help reveal what actually went down, but can provide information that may or may not contradict a suspect's story. In this case, Morgan has already admitted to the attack, but it will still help corroborate her story, and might even prove one of the many lies that she'll start to spin throughout the interrogation. That is, if her victim doesn't do it himself.
This is like saying that I'm not having a life.
Correct. But again, if you want one at some point, you can certainly
I don't know,
stop.
I've never been in this situation before. I don't know, like, what outcome is.
If you're willing to get a blood draw from you, I don't suspect that you're under the influence of any drugs or alcohol, but I just talked to the district attorney and they advised that that would be a good idea.
It's a perfectly normal procedure to test a suspect for drugs and alcohol, and it can often help explain how someone might have lost control in a situation like this. But if it turns out she's sober, then she's going to have an awful lot of trouble explaining this away. When she's allowed to call her father, he can't make any sense of what's happened, but still tries to defend his daughter despite the horrifying situation.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah. Hi.
You're on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to, like, get a lawyer, do you think, before talking? Or I was told I was allowed to ask you.
It's hard. I mean, anytime I would say yes, but I feel like, I don't mean to say this mean, but you've been having, like, postpartum stuff.
I know.
It seems like you're not yourself, but I don't know what even happened over there, so I think you probably need a public defender because, is it something that can get you right away?
Oh no. This girl's in the worst position. Not only did she do something stupid, not only did she do something terrible, so that already puts you in a bad position, but you ain't even got the money to even skate. You ain't even got the money to even handle it. A public defender?
Yeah, I've got another client. He's supposed to be up here at 10 a.m.
Get evaluated, you need to get that today, so is it something they would be able to get you today?
Sir, this detective artist, if you had a private attorney, that's not impossible, but very difficult being a Saturday.
Right.
But I would say it's almost impossible to get one here for her, like right now or today.
I understand that. I hate this because I know that she's having mental health issues, so I feel I'm obviously worried that when police arrive, they're looking at criminal right away when I know she's been having problems. So if I knew, Morgan, are you there? Mm-hmm. Do you feel okay to talk to them about an attorney? Or would you want to wait to have an attorney?
She don't need no attorney.
No, I feel okay. I just wanted to see what you thought was best.
Can I come there as her? Like, she has a representative with her. Can I come there with her?
Sure, if you want.
Morgan, you're not yourself. You're not yourself. You didn't do this on purpose.
I did it on purpose.
If Morgan is experiencing serious mental health problems, then her family would know about this better than anyone. But other than potential depression, nobody seems to have heard of her strange visions until this very morning, casting doubt on whether Morgan is being as honest as she claims, or whether she's trying to escape an attempted murder charge by pretending to be crazy.
Your sister, like, fighting, arguing, anything?
Just arguing.
When's that?
Just every once in a while, just random arguments.
Just normal relationship stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
That's not normal, bro. Let's normalize not arguing. Let's normalize none of that. The second you get loud, bro, the conversation has ended. What do you mean?
They're arguing a lot then, or?
I don't know. I think they're just breaking up or something. But they only argue. Like,
You know why they're breaking up, or?
I don't think she feels like he's treating her like right.
If she's going to convince anyone she's insane, then she's going to have to prove that she was incapable of either knowing the nature of her act, understanding the nature of her act, or distinguishing between right and wrong at the time of the crime.
Was she talking about that before the baby was born, or while she was pregnant, or?
No. I never really seen her when she was pregnant, but
Okay.
not that I know.
So after the baby was born, what was she talking about?
Like if she would get sad or something, she would bring it up and not with it. We didn't know, if she's just saying this or what, but she definitely started acting way different. Not being as active and really showing her emotions, I guess. She'll be crying out of the blue or something, or yelling, which is just stuff I've never seen.
And so she's discussed postpartum. Has she gone to a doctor for her? Or?
I am not sure if she's ever gone to a doctor, but she's told me and my family members about it.
Has she talked about seeing images or things or anything?
I don't think so.
No.
The more the cops learn, the more there appears to be deception at work. This is starting to sound a lot less like a mental breakdown and more like a consequence of two people growing further and further apart, ending in a violent and brutal way.
I definitely breaking up, like trying to get their own apartment, I think.
And how long has that been going on? That they've basically broken up and decided they're going their separate ways.
I mean, it's hard to tell because they're so on and off. I'd say definitely a solid month that they've been distant.
Kind of more roommates than boyfriend and girlfriend.
Of course, there's one person who can help solve this mystery, her ex-boyfriend. Miraculously, he managed to survive the attack, and after he recovered, he was more than willing to talk. He backs up the story that things between the couple had completely broken down, and mentions that this was far from the first time Morgan had been violent. Her ex-boyfriend alleges she'd hit him several times, and that they were constantly arguing. In fact, it was her violent attitude that made him want to leave in the first place, and he was close to moving out and moving on. Even when her father arrives, he seems stunned at the claims his daughter has made.
She's had postpartum depression since she had the baby, and my wife was a social worker for years, and like program director and stuff, and she kept saying like she's having like mental health issues, and I would bounce around it with her, but I didn't want to like accuse her of having like mental problems and stuff, so I never pushed it far enough to like make her go get help. But as far as today goes, like Ethan said, and I saw her too, it was like it seemed like she wasn't even there. She's just been, like, I know she's been crying out of the blue, like she'll just start bawling for, like, nothing's going on, and she'll just start bawling. Like, when I say she said weird things to me, she'll say weird things to me, and I don't say anything, I just let it go, because I know she's having, like, mental issues, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
What do you mean by weird things?
Just weird, like, she'll not, just like weird, not like weird, crazy stuff.
Bro, I gotta stop tiptoeing around y'all family when y'all know they're going through something, man. Y'all know your family going through something. Y'all know your family member got a drug habit. You know your family member got some type of something that's ruining their lives, or you can see down the road is going to ruin their life in the future. Don't sit there and let them crash, bro. That's supposed to be your family member. You're supposed to be able to pull them to the side and be like, yo, you tripping. Yo, you doing the most. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I need you to get some help. Like, I need you to figure it out, because you doing it bad, twin. You doing bad right now, bro. There's no way you should be out here acting like this and we related. You feel me? You should be able to tell your peoples that, or them ain't your peoples for real. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Talking about stuff that we weren't talking about or something, and like it's just like she's different, she's way different. And then I'm pissed at myself because we wanted her to get a good job and everything, and now she's like, now that this happened, I'm thinking, I told my wife, how stupid are we? Like, we encouraged her to go work at the mental health facility because my wife was a program director there for a long time, and we thought it's a great job, it's a state job. I ran a prison for a living, so we're like, we know it's a good job. I never thought for 1 second about like the stuff that she was going to be reading and hearing about, people she was going to be talking to when she's having her own issues already. It was stupid. I never even thought about that.
But Morgan wasn't fooling anyone, and was unable to successfully manipulate the cops. She was found guilty of aggravated battery and sentenced to 7 years and 6 months in prison for stabbing her ex-boyfriend 19 times in his sleep, and must also serve 5 years of extended supervision upon release.
Man, nah, bruh. She should have got the book thrown at her. 7 years? I don't think that's long enough, if you ask me. She should have got 50, 40 years. Yeah, 40 years. Cause not only did you do it, but you didn't even show no remorse. You tried to act like you ain't know what was going on. You tried to flip the script on us. But it's clear that the system wasn't on that man's side in the beginning because of the way that they let him lay there. They almost wanted him to die the way he was. They was leaving him on the ground just sitting there. You feel me? They look like they ain't not care about that man at all. But that's all I got for this video, man. If you guys like this video, this is pretty cool. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the post notifications. Share this video with all of your friends. And until next time, guys.
Man, it just can't be. I'm too clean. Man, I be flossing when I pull up on the scene. Don't know what it's costing, but I do it anyway. Every little problem trying to get up in my way, but it's easy. Right now, I feel like the whole game needs me. They be trying to say I'm way too preachy. Hands out, begging me for something when they need me.